What is up, guys? We are back with another beginner's guide where I show you guys how to pilot a core set hero using a limited card pool. And this one is going to be a little bit different. You guys may have seen from my previous buyer's guide that I recommend that you guys buy the Deadpool hero pack right here, right after buying the core set. And that's because I think that Deadpool hero pack is the highest value hero pack in Marvel Champions because it comes with an entire aspect, the pool aspect right here. So normally in Marvel Champions, if you buy a hero pack, you might get like a few leadership cards or like a few protection cards or a few like justice cards or aggression cards, right? But the entire card pool of Marvel Champions for like, let's say aggression, for example, there's tons of cards. You need to buy all the expansions and a bunch of hero packs to get all those cards for the aggression aspect card pool. But every single pink aspect card, so pool aspect card, is in the Deadpool hero pack itself. So you're buying the equivalent of another entire aspect in only one hero pack right here, which is why I definitely recommend it. A lot of people said that this was a bad take and said that I was just being, controversial and trying to clickbait you guys. I honestly believe this is the best hero pack you can buy, and I actually recommend this for my best friend who did this, and he has a lot of fun playing with just the core set and the pool aspect cards right here. So I do want to showcase the deck a little bit here. So the deck that we have in front of you is only cards from the core set plus that Deadpool hero pack, and we are going to be playing as She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk is the best recipient of this because She-Hulk is, I don't think that she's the worst hero in the Marvel Champions core set, but I think that she is the worst hero with that limited card pool of just the core set. But with just one hero pack, like the Deadpool hero pack, She-Hulk becomes entirely different. Her kit becomes so much better, and she has so much different synergies and much more nuance and fun gameplay whenever you get to play her with this pool aspect right here. And for a fun matchup, I decided to take on Juggernaut here on expert mode just because they're both, muscle heads, and because Juggernaut has a lot of interesting decision making opportunities of when to flip down, when to stay up, and a lot of stuff with resources as well. So let's go ahead and break down the deck here. So for the allies, we have, of course, the core set basic allies, Nick Fury and Mockingbird. We cannot include, leadership allies, protection allies, or whatever from the core set because we're declaring pool as our aspect. So we only have pool cards in here. We cannot have cards from the other aspects. So the only allies that we can have are basic allies that aren't pool allies. So of course, Nick Fury and Mockingbird are two of the best allies in the entire game of Marvel Champions. Then for the pool aspect allies, I decided to put these three allies right here. These, in my opinion, are the three better pool allies in the in Deadpool Zero Pack. So we have Headpool, who can Thor for 2, attack for 1. He has the negative effect of an Amplify. So while he's in play, every single encounter card will have an additional boost icon on it. Bob, Agent of Hydra, is only a 2-cost ally. He can come in, do 2 damage, or remove a threat, and also still activate, right? So just for 2 costs, you can either do 3 damage or remove 2 threat, or mix and match, right? So he's very, very high value. He does have an acceleration though. So while he's in play, there's a permanent acceleration token, not permanent one. While he's in play, there is an acceleration going on the main scheme every single time you add threat to the main scheme. But it's not permanent. Whenever he leaves play, it goes away. I just misspoke there. And we also have the Kid Pool ally right here. It's a 3-cost ally, 2 attack, and his attacks gain piercing. And one thing to note with the pool aspect allies is that they do not take consequential damage, right? So normal allies will have like this little mark right here. So each time they activate, they take a consequential damage afterwards. Pool aspect allies can stay in play forever, but that's because they have a negative effect, right? So while they stay in play forever and never take damage, you have to do their negative effect every single time that it would trigger. But yeah, these in my opinion are the better pool aspect allies. So we have these in the deck as well, rounding out 5 allies. And then we also have She-Hulk's identity-specific ally in Hellcat. I think we have her right over here. Okay, then let's take a look at the other cards. So the biggest thing for pool for She-Hulk is that She-Hulk has a pretty bad economy, especially in hero form, right? Her hero hand size is only 4, but her alter ego hand size is 6. So with She-Hulk, we really want to be an alter ego to get to take advantage of the hand size of 6. And when we're in hero form, we don't have much to do because we only have 4 cards in our hand. So we really, really want to get out the Avengers Mansion to help us draw a card every single turn, or the Helicarrier, which is a pseudo resource generator to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1, right? Getting this stuff out in addition to our Focus Rage is going to help She-Hulk improve her economy whenever she's in hero form. Focus Rage is a hero action where we can exhaust this card, take a damage, and draw a card, right? So these are kind of the resource generators that we really desperately want out in play. Focus Rage is not max 1 per player, so we have them both out at the same time. Helicarrier and Avengers Mansion is max 1 per player, but we want multiple copies of these cards in here so that we can draw into it and then play them down, right? So it's okay to have duds. So after you play one Avengers Mansion, the other 2 are not going to be useful when you draw into them, but that's okay because it is worth increasing the chance of getting the first one down, right? And then normally She-Hulk might have issues playing these cards if she does not draw them during her first turn. But with the pool resource cards right here, that changes everything. So we have the three basic resource cards here: Genius, Energy, and Strength, which are just doubles, which I include in almost every single deck. I think these are staples in their max one per deck, so we only have one of each one. Then for the pool aspect, they have these resource cards right here called Self-Confidence, Self-Preservation, and Self-Control. It's max one per deck of each one, so we'd have one of each one, so we'd have three of them here in the deck. And then double the number of resources this card generates if your identity has sustained less than 5 damage, and triple the resource instead if you have sustained no damage. So if She-Hulk is at her full health of 15, these are all triple resources, and if she's at 11 health or higher, they're double resources, right? So this is really good for her economy to help her play Avengers Mansion, play the Helicarrier, play the Focus Rage, and play the expensive allies like Nick Fury, Mockingbird, Deadpool, Bob, Agent Hydra, and Kidpool. So I think that this really changes her entire kit. And she has so much more synergies with the pool aspect. Let's take a look at the mulligans right here. So it's a 3-cost event. You cannot play this card if you have played another card during this phase. As an action, you can discard your hand and draw a new hand. So you have to pay 3 to play the mulligan, and then you can draw up to your printed hand size, right? This is really cool with She-Hulk because She-Hulk has a hand size of 4. So if you end your turn hero form and you draw a mulligan and you have 3 other cards in your hand, what you can do is you can flip down to Alter Ego. You haven't played a card this turn, then use the 3 other cards to play the or to pay for the cost, which is 3 of mulligan. You play it down, and then you discard your hand. You don't have anything in your hand anyways, and you draw up to a new hand size, which is your printed hand size, which will be 6 if you're in Alter Ego, right? So that's a great way to increase your economy whenever you flip down to Alter Ego. And then this also works really, really well with resource sinks that She-Hulk has and with the doubles here, right? So for example, if you have like, let's see, She-Hulk has a superhuman law division as a resource sink. We also have stick-to-itiveness and tic-tac-toe. Resource sinks are basically cards that are already in play, right? Like these 2 upgrades are already in play. And if you spend a resource, you can trigger a powerful effect. So stick-to-itiveness, if you spend a physical, you can ready up. If you spend a resource for tic-tac-toe, you can heal damage, move to an empty line above. If you do that, it's not considered playing a card during the phase, right? So let's say you have something like, I don't know, like this in your hand, right? And then you're in hero form, right? So you have 4 cards in your hand here. What you can do is use a physical for stick-to-itiveness, ready back up, and then you can, use a double here for tic-tac-toe to heal damage, and then use this as a triple, flip down to Alter Ego and play the mulligan here and draw a fresh 6 cards, right? So that's really powerful with She-Hulk helping her economy out a lot. And Superhuman Law Division is also She-Hulk's own identity-specific resource sink. As Archie, you actually exhaust this card and spend a mental resource and then remove 2 there from the scheme. So this really works out really well with the tic-tac-toe and stick-to-itiveness if you want to play something like a mulligan. And she also has Split Personality, which is my favorite card in She-Hulk's deck. 3-cost event, action, change your form, and then draw up to your printed hand size. So this is very, very similar to a mulligan, right? What you can do is this is kind of like a better version of Mulligan because you also get a free flip in it as well. But if you want to use your manual flip, then Mulligan works out really well with that. So these are very similar cards to one another, and they just really help the way that She-Hulk wants to play, flipping back and forth, because every single time she flips over hero form, she can trigger her Do Even Lift, deals 2 damage to enemy. If she's in Alter Ego, she can prevent a threat on the going on a scheme with her eye object, right? So she wants to be flipping a lot, and the pool aspect really smoothly fits into that type of flow of playstyle. And then last, we also have the Cut Upper, Get Ragey, and Not My Responsibility. Cut Upper is just hero action attack, do 5 damage to enemy and stun the enemy. Just a very good value, getting a stun and 5 damage off. Get Rages is really good to ready up an ally. Since pool allies do not take consequential damage, you can have Deadpool Thor for 2, play Get Ragey, he can Thor for 2 again. Kidpool can swing for 2, play Get Ragey and swing for 2 again, and not take any consequential damage, right? And the Not My Responsibility is probably one of my favorite pool aspect cards here, and it works really well, especially with She-Hulk's kit. It's a 0-cost event. As it interrupts, you can trigger in hero form or Alter Ego. When any amount of threat will be placed on a scheme, you or your ally takes it as damage instead. So what you can do with this card is that you can flip down safely and know that when the villain schemes, you put all that threat from their scheme on an ally like Nick Fury or Mockingbird or Deadpool and defeat the ally, or you can take it as damage on She-Hulk because She-Hulk can just heal it back up with her Alter Ego recovery here of 5. So this is a really good card with She-Hulk. And we also have the healing factor here, max 1 per player. When your player phase begins with an exhausted healing factor, heal 2 damage from your identity. She-Hulk has 15 hit points, so this will give us that extended healing, which is really good. And it's going to trigger our triple resources here to give us that extra hit points, so that we have less sustained damage, so that we can make this a double resource or a triple resource, right? So that's super duper powerful. In my opinion, this is a very high level deck, and the power level of this deck can't easily be matched in any other aspect unless you buy multiple hero packs or other big box expansions. So I think you're getting the most bang for your buck and getting very, very high value. If you buy only the core set in the Deadpool hero pack, you'll have every single card that we see right here for the She-Hulk deck. I do think that the pull aspect meshes really well with She-Hulk, but it also plays very, very well with any other hero in Marvel Sheamus. I think that the pull aspect is a strong aspect on its own and has synergies with every hero in the game. Let's go ahead and hop into the gameplay, and I'm going to showcase what this deck is all about and the nuances and interesting decision-making opportunities with She-Hulk in the pull aspect. Let's go ahead and get Juggernaut set up. So the main scheme setup here sets to attach Juggernaut's helmet to him. So we have this right here. It's a permanent attachment, and we have the armor side face up. While this attachment is on Juggernaut, he gains Stalwart, so he can't be stunned or confused, and his attacks gain Overkill. As a hero, actually, we can spend 3 resources of the same type to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip this card over to the exposed side, where he'll take 1 additional damage from each card with the printed mental resource, and he no longer has Stalwart or Overkill. If he schemes on this side, he'll flip it back over and get his helmet back. And then the main scheme also says to put Hope Summers into play under the first player's control. So we have Hope Summers right here. Her Thornton attack is going to copy our hero's Thornton attack. So currently in Alter Ego, she has no Thornton, no attack. If we're in hero form, she's going to copy the 1 Thornton 3 attack of She-Hulk. And Hope Summers also does not count towards our ally limit. And if Hope Summer leaves play, the players will lose the game. Let's flip back over to Alter Ego, and then we're going to advance the main scheme to stage 1B. Starts off here with 1 times player threat. This is the only main scheme for Juggernaut. If it hits 7, we do not lose the game, but instead we remove all threat from the scheme. Juggernaut gets a momentum counter, he gets his helmet back on, and he's going to attack each player even if we're in Alter Ego, basically if it hits 7. Alright, and then for Juggernaut, he gets +1 attack for each momentum counter on him. When he's revealed, we place a momentum counter on him actually. So he currently has the 3 base +1 attack, so it's 4 attack right now. And if Juggernaut exposes in play, we flip it. It's not in play, so otherwise give Juggernaut a tough stats card. Alright, let's shuffle up the encounter deck here. Alright, and then we're going to shuffle up our player deck. And then we're going to draw up to our hand size of 6 in our Alter Ego. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see what we got. Alright. Ooh, we got a turn 1 split personality. So we're definitely going to play it. We want a resource card. Let's see, could we... Yeah, we just want to get any resource card. Okay, let's mulligan this card. 4 cards here. Draw 4 more back up to our hand size of 6. Okay, we got a resource here. So that means we can play Helicarrier and split personality back over. Yeah, that would be the play. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to flip up to hero form. Do You Even Live is our response. When you change this form, do 2 damage to enemy. That's going to knock off Juggernaut's tough stats card. Hope copies our attack and thwart. So she has 1 thwart right now. Let's go ahead and just thwart for 1, clear off the main scheme. She also does not take consequential damage. And then I think we might as well just attack, right? Yeah, let's just swing here for 3 on Juggernaut. That'll bring from 21 down to 18. Our first damage to him already. Then we're going to use 3 resources here so I can play a Helicarrier. It's a 3 cost support. We can exhaust a Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. So split personality is now 2 costs. This would be a double to play split personality. It says change your form. We change back over to Alter Ego. And it says draw back up to your printed hand size, which is 6 in our Alter Ego. So we're going to draw back up to 6 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Nick is a dud here. I could play Stick to Itiveness. And then, do we hold on to everything else? Yeah, there's no point. So I think what we do is we hold on to double with Nick for next turn. And then let's keep the Get Ragey because Nick can activate twice. So we'll use 2 resources here to play Stick to Itiveness. It's a 2 cost upgrade. As a hero action, we spend a physical resource and exhaust this card to ready up your hero. And that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. We're going to draw back up to our hand size of 6 here. Hold on Nick Fury and these 3 cards. Alright, ooh, we got a self-confidence. Okay, so Juggernaut's turn, he's going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. We're going to use our I Object. When threat will be placed on his scheme, prevent 1 threat, so we're going to prevent that 1 threat. He schemed with the base of 1. This will be his boost card, 2, so he schemes for a total of 3. And then he's going to deal us a face down encounter card, which is going to be Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes in play, we're going to mill from the encounter until we get a side scheme. We got him right away, and we put it into play. So this will have Hinder 2 plus 2, so 4 threat and a hazard icon. And each copy of Creeping Willow will gain Surge. And it's back to our turn. All right, let's see. What do we do here? So we're at full life. So self-control is a triple. We can get rid of the helmet here. I think I play Nick first. Let's exhaust Helicare, which will reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So Nick is only 3 costs. This would be 3 resources right here, so I can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose one, we'll pick the one and draw 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we either go for Hellcat or we go for the healing factor. Kind of want to go for the healing factor here. Just give us a lot of regen. Although Hellcat works really well right now as well. I just take the regen. We'll use 3 resources right here, so I can play healing factor. It's a 3 cost upgrade, max 1 per player. After the player phase begins, exhaust the healing factor, heal 2 damage from your identity. And then we're gonna flip up here to hero form. Do even lifts, gonna do 2 damage to enemy. Hit Juggernaut for 2, brings from 18 down to 16. Then we're gonna have Nick Fury Thor for 2 from this side scheme. Drop it down to 2. He'll take a consequential damage. We're gonna play Get Ready, or Get Ragey, I mean. 0 cost event, ready an ally. The ally gets +1 attack until the end of phase. So Nick now has 3 attack, but he's ready back up. We're gonna have him just thwart for 2 again. Clear the side scheme off. He'll take another consequential damage. So now we got rid of the hazard icon here. Then we're gonna use a hero action right here. Spend 3 resources of the same type. Self-confidence right here says double the number of resources this card generates if your identity has sustained less than 5 damage, and triple the resources if you have sustained no damage. So this is 3 physical resources for the hero action here. We can spend this to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut and flip this helmet over to the exposed side. So now he no longer has Stalwart or Overkill, and he takes additional damage from each card with a printed mental resource. Hope has a printed mental resource. So she's going to attack for 3 plus 1 because she's a mental. So 4 damage on Juggernaut, brings from 16 down to 12. And Hope does not take consequential damage for activating. And She-Hulk is going to, let's swing for 3, brings him from 12 down to 9. All right, that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. And we're going to draw back up to our hand size here of 4 in our hero form. We got our triple with the mansion here. Okay, that is pretty good. Okay, Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main scheme. He's going to attack us. Nick Fury will defend attack. He's saying with a base of 3. Boost card here is 3, so 6 damage. Takes out Nick Fury. And then he's going to deal us 1 phase down encounter card during the encounter phase, which is flattened. Whenever you choose either take damage equal to Juggernaut's attack or place a momentum counter on him. I want to spend the triple. If we take 3 damage, which is his current attack, we heal 2. This would be a double. If it's a double, we can still play the mansion into another card. So actually, we're just gonna a momentum counter. We're gonna take damage equal to Juggernaut's attack. So we're gonna take 3 damage here. That brings from 15 down to 12. That's gonna resolve the flatten. Then when the player phase begins, we can exhaust the healing factor, heal 2 damage. We go from 12 back up to 14. All right. So now this is currently a double resource because we have sustained less than 5 damage. We're not at full health. Exhaust Helicare to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. So Avengers Mansion 3 costs. 3 resources here to play the Avengers Mansion. Then we can exhaust Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. Drew into Superhuman Strength. Darn, I don't have a way to. Yeah, he is gonna be able to hit us here. I could double thwart. I mean, I'm at 14 life, and we have the what you call it. Let's get down to Superhuman Law Division though. We use a resource here to play Superhuman Law Division. It's a 1 cost support. As an option, you actually exhaust this card, spend a mental resource, and then remove 2 threat from a scheme. And I think we're not ready to flip him. Let's just have Hope and She-Hulk thwart for 1-2. Bring the main scheme down to 2. And then Hope will not take consequential damage. That will end our turn. Let's ready back up. And we're going to draw back up to our hand size here of 4. Alright. Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main scheme. It goes up to 3. He's going to attack us. We're going to take the attack to the face. He's in with a base of 3. Boost card of 2. So 5 damage. Brings us from 14 down to 9. And then we get dealt a face down encounter card, which is going to be Shadow of the Past. So our Nemesis is going to come out here. We've got Titania. X is equal to her remaining hit points, and she has X attack, so she has 6 attack here. Nemesis side scheme, we shuffle these 3 Nemesis cards into the encounter deck. The Nemesis side scheme has a crisis icon, so we cannot remove threat from the main scheme while it is in play. And when it's reviewed, we place an additional 1 times player threat there, so it's going to have 4 threat on there with that crisis. Whoops. Shuffled everything up. Shuffle everything up again. Yeah, I am not a good shuffler, guys. All right, that should be good. So this will have 4 threat. Right, and then it's back to our turn. Let's go ahead and healing factor, so we can heal 2 when our turn begins. Go up to 11. All right, let's go ahead and Avengers Mansion here. Yeah, we're gonna draw a card. Ooh, we got Not My Responsibility, which means I can flip down here. I think I play Bob. We could Superhuman Law Division. Mental. Physical is going to be here. Okay, let's exhaust Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So Bob is 1 cost. This would be 1 resource to play Bob, Agent of Hydra. Whenever he enters play, choose 1. We're going to pick the one to remove 1 threat from a scheme. So take 1 off of here. Then we're going to have She-Hulk and Hope both attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will take out Titania. So Titania is defeated here. And then we're going to use our 6 Itiveness, exhaust the card, spend a physical resource right here so you can ready up your hero. So we're back and readied up again. And then let's do, he's going to scheme, but that's okay. We're going to get a massive hand size. Bob is going to, ooh, I should have had Hope attack Juggernaut actually. Oh, we're going to do She-Hulk with Thor for 1 from Personal Challenge. Let's drop this down to 2. Okay, then we're going to flip down to Alter Ego. We're going to use our Superhuman Law Division, exhaust this card as an Alter Ego action. We are an Alter Ego. Spend a mental resource to remove 2 threat from a scheme. That will clear off the Personal Challenge side scheme. Then Bob, Agent Hydra, can Thor for 1 from the main. Drop it down to 2. And then Bob does not take consequential damage because he is a pool ally. And that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up here. And then we're going to draw back up to our hand size here of 6, holding on to the Not My Responsibility, which is our key card that we're about to use. Ooh, and we got Self-Preservation to get rid of the helmet immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We look good. So Juggernaut's turn, he's going to add 1 to the, or he's going to add 2 to the main scheme because of the acceleration from Bob. So it goes up to, he's going to add 2 threat here, right? But we're going to use our I Object, interrupt when threat will be placed on a scheme, prevent 1 threat. We're going to take off 1 of them. So only 1 threat goes on a main scheme, total of 3. Juggernaut's going to scheme now. So he's schemed with the base of 1. He gets a boost card here. We can see what it is. The boost is going to be 2. So he's schemed for a total of 3. Do I let Bob? If he gets an advance, then we could Not My Responsibility advance, but the threat goes on here. I have to go through the trouble of removing it, which is pretty annoying as well. Let's just play the Not My Responsibility here. If we can advance, we'll just let him attack us. I think that's fine. So when any mod threat will be placed on a scheme, you or your ally takes it as damage instead. He's scheming for 3. We're going to put the 3 damage instead on Bob, Agent of Hydra, which knocks him out. And that will resolve the Not My Responsibility. Then Juggernaut still triggers his force response. After he schemes, we place a momentum counter on him. Flip this card over. So he has the helmet back. He has Stalwart and Overkill once again. Then he's going to deal us a face down encounter card, which is going to be a Sound Thrashing. We're reviewing each copy of Creeping Willow attacks the player it's engaged with. If you're not attacked, we search the encounter and discard power for a copy of Creeping Willow and reveal it. Okay. So let's flip through here for a Creeping Willow. We got him right here. We're going to review him. He has Guard and Quick Strike. After he attacks and damages the character, stun that character. But we're in Alter Ego, so Quick Strike won't go through. Quick Strike only triggers whenever, or Quick Strike means that the minion will automatically attack the hero it's engaged with. Since we're not in hero form, it will not trigger. And then that's going to end Juggernaut's turn. It is back to our turn here. All right. So I think we're going to have a good turn. Let's first, when our player phase begins, exhaust healing factor to heal 2. We go back up to 13 here. We're going to Avengers Mansion. Let's draw a card. Let's go ahead and play our tic-tac-toe. It's a 0 cost upgrade. As a hero action, we can spend 1 resource of any type to move a damage from any character to an empty space above. If there's 3 in a line, we discard this card, deal all the damage on it to an enemy. And then, let's see, do I Do I have to kill on Juggernaut? Oh, yes, he currently has Stalwart. I kind of like that. Uh, no, we still got to get rid of it, right? Yeah, that's unfortunate because he's gonna. Yeah, I think we still get rid of it. So we do superhuman strength. We can do this and do this. And then this is a double, so we're short of resource actually. We need 3 energies. Do we have that anywhere? We actually don't have that. So because of that, I'm kind of tempted to play this thing using this. And then I can, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and use our superhuman law division exhaust card because we're an alter ego. Spend a mental resource, mental right here, to remove 2/3 from a scheme. Let's drop this down to 1. All right. Then we're going to exhaust the helicarrier to reduce the cost of next card we play by 1. This would be a resource. Actually, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, this is a double resource currently. It doesn't matter. So we can play our superhuman strength. She-Hulk gets +2 attack. After She-Hulk attacks, this card superhuman strength stun the attached or the attacked enemy. Okay, and then we're going to, yeah, we're gonna flip up here to hero form. Do even list gonna do 2 damage to enemy. We're gonna hit Juggernaut for 2. That'll bring him down to 7. Then we are going to, ooh, I could just knock him out here. We could have Hope Thwart. We take out the Cream Willow and we just swing for 5. I think it's a better play. Yeah, Hope is gonna swing for 3 because where she's copying our. Actually, she swings for 5 here. Actually, so copying our stat. That would take out the Cream Willow. And then She-Hulk is going to thwart for 1. Let's clear off the main scheme. Then we're going to use our Stick to Itiveness, exhaust this card, spend a physical. Oh, I could have healed actually, and then got rid of the helmet. That's okay. Spend a physical resource right here so we can ready up our identity. And we're going to swing for 5 here with the superhuman strength on Juggernaut. That'll bring him from 7 down to 2. And currently he has Stalwart, so we cannot stun with the superhuman strength. It is a forced response, so normally we have to trigger it. But if the enemy cannot be stunned, there is no valid target, so we don't have to stun Juggernaut. That's going to end our turn. We're going to ready back up. We're going to take a pretty heavy hit from him here. But I think we should be okay, because we are She-Hulk, so we have a lot of life. Let's draw back up to our hand size here of 4. And then we're going to deck out. So we get dealt a face down counter card. And we're going to shuffle our discard pile back into our player deck. We need an energy here, I think. Yeah. So we're going to draw a card, and then we're also going to Avengers Mansion on our turn. Hopefully we can get energy to flip that helmet over. Actually, we actually don't really need it, because I could just flip down. I'm probably going to flip down anyways and just recover. All right, so 1 more card. And then it is Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main scheme. He's going to attack us right now. He has overkill. We are just going to, I think we actually defend here. The reason why is if we get an exhaustion, I'd rather use my basic activation here, just prevent 2 of the damage. Because if he gets another activation, it's going to be rough. No. There's a card where he'll attack Hope Summers. Okay, we're going to take that to the face. He's in with a base of 4. This will be the boost 3. So it's going to do 7 damage, bring us from 13 down to 6. Okay, this is pretty dicey now. Then we get dealt a face down counter card for a total of 2. First one is Ground Pound. We take indirect damage equal to Juggernaut's attack. So we're going to put 2 damage on Hope Summers and then 2 damage on She-Hulk because he has 4 attack. That'll bring us down to 4 life. All right, last encounter card is Titania's Fury. Titania attacks your hero. If she doesn't attack, this card will gain Surge. Okay, she's not in place, so it surges. Creeping Willow with Guard and Quick Strike. So he's going to hit us here for 1. If he attacks and damages the character, stun that character. So I could block it. No, it's no point. Yeah, we'll just take the damage. So we drop from 4 down to 3, and then we also get stunned with the Creeping Willow's effect. All right, it's back to our turn here. I think we're okay. We're going to exhaust the healing factor, so we can heal 2 when the player phase begins, go back up to 5 life. And then I definitely don't worry about this now, because I'm going to flip down here. I think we actually want to mulligan. So before we do that, we can use our resource sinks and save the double here. Let's see. I could. Okay, so Hope Summers copies our stat of 3. She's going to swing for 3, take out the Creeping Willow. Okay, then we are going to attack, which will remove our stun. We're going to exhaust Stick to Itiveness, spend a physical resource right here so we can ready back up. Then let's see, any more sinks? We flip down. So if I flip down, I can play the mulligan here. This needs a mento, so we can't do it yet. So we're going to use a resource right here. Kid Pool. It's a physical resource for our tic-tac-toe. We can move a damage from a character to unsaves above. Let's move a damage from Hope over to a physical line here. So we can heal up a little bit. And then so far this turn, we have not played any cards, right? The only cards are in our hand with the 1-2 punch and Kid Pool, and we used it for Stick to Itiveness and for tic-tac-toe. So what we're going to do is flip down to Alter Ego, and we exhaust Helicare to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So Mulligan's only 2 costs. This would be a double resource to play Mulligan. It says you cannot play this card if you have played another card this phase. We have not played any cards, right? Like from our hand, we've only triggered effects that we already had in play. And then as an action, we discard a hand. We have no cards in our hand. Draw a new hand. So we draw back up to 6 here, which our hands has an Alter Ego. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we got 6 cards here. Ooh, actually, we don't have anything to play. Let's go ahead and Avengers Mansion so we can draw a card. And then we're going to exhaust. Let's recover by 5. Brings us from 5 back up to 10. We're going to Superhuman Law Division. Exhaust this card, spend a mental resource. Let's use a mulligan here, I think. Do we have another mental? No, I want to keep that thing. Or let's use a Gamma Slam as a mental resource. Remove 2 threat from the scheme. Clear off the main. And then we're going to use 3 resources here. So I can play Focus Rage. It's a 3-cost upgrade. We'll just put it here, I guess. So we can exhaust a Focus Rage as a hero action and take 1 damage and then draw a card. Actually, I think I'll put it over here and we can have the tic-tac-toe right here. All right, and then that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. And we can exhaust recover next turn if we want to. All right, ready back up, draw back up to 6, holding these 2 cards still in our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, ooh, that is a big resource hand there. Okay, Juggernaut's turn. He's going to add 1 to the main. We're going to I object, prevent that 1 threat with Jennifer Walters' Alter Ego effect. He's going to scheme with a base of 1. He gets a boost card here, which is going to be 1, and the boost effect is you are stunned. So we're not even gonna not responsibility. That's fine, just 2 threat. So we're gonna allow him to scheme for 2, and then we also get stunned with the Creeping Willow's boost effect. Then we could deal a face down encounter card, which is gonna be Cytrax Exemplar. In extra mode, this card will gain Insight 1, so we add a threat to the main scheme. When a Juggernaut exposes in play, it is not in play. We flip it and place momentum counter on Juggernaut. Otherwise, place threat on the main scheme equal to his attack. So he has 4 attack right now, right? Oof, yeah. So we're going to place 4 threat on the main scheme because he has the +1 with this. We're going to play Not My Responsibility. As interrupt, when any amount of threat will be placed on a scheme, you or your ally takes it as damage instead. So we're going to take the 4 damage on She-Hulk. That will bring us from 10 down to 6. I think that's better than taking an attack from him because he'll probably swing for more if he gets a boost card, right? All right, and then that is going to resolve the encounter phase. Yeah, because if he goes 4, then it hits 7. It's back to the player phase. Let's exhaust the healing factor. We're going to heal 2. Go back up to 8. Let's exhaust to recover by 5. That'll bring us from 8 back up to 13. Let's Avengers Mansion. Draw another card. Ooh, pull triples. All right, let's see. How do we want to do this? So these are doubles. We can play Hellcat here. No, let's save the triple here. So we can do this for Hellcat. Then we can do this as for Stick to Itiveness. And then we can heal 2, get back to full life, trigger the helmet. I think that would be the play here. So we're not going to Superhuman Law Division because I'd rather get Hellcat down instead. Okay, let's go ahead and flip up, right? Yeah, we're going to flip up to hero form. Do you even live is not an attack, so it's going to go through our stun. Do 2 damage to enemy, that will hit Juggernaut for 2, bringing him from 2 down to 0. And that will flip him over to his 3rd and final stage here. He has 25 hit points. And then he has a 1 reviewed effect. Searching contact describe for Head of Steam. I think we already saw that, right? It was like a huge boost. Yeah, Head of Steam. And then it says to reveal it. And then if Juggernaut exposes in play, flip it. Otherwise, give him a tough status card. It's not exposed, so he does get a tough status card here. And then he gets the Head of Steam here. Juggernaut gains Retaliate X, where X equals to the number of momentum counters on him. So he currently has 1. Attach Head of Steam to Juggernaut, and then place a momentum counter on him. So he has 2 momentum counters now. After Juggernaut attacks you, we can spend 1 resource for each damage dealt by the attack to discard this card. So let's just put the Head of Steam right here. We gotta remember he has Retaliate 2 currently, which is a little bit brutal. So if Hope attacks, she'll take the Retaliate 2 and just get knocked out. All right. Okay, and the momentum counters are on him. Okay, that's gonna resolve that, right? Okay, so we got him flipped over. Next, we are going to exhaust the Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. So Hellcat is 2 cost. This would be a double to play Hellcat. Hellcat's going to thwart for 2 from the main. Drop it down to 1 threat. She'll take a consequential damage. And then Hope copies our stats. Let's have her thwart for 1. Clear off the main scheme. And she does not take consequential damage. Then we're going to use our tic-tac-toe here. As a hero action, spend a resource of any type. Let's spend a physical resource right here to, do we want to have physical? Yeah, physical resource right here. To heal damage from She-Hulk, we go up to 14 and then put a damage on a physical line. And then we're going to use it again. We're going to spend a mental resource right here. We heal a damage from She-Hulk, go up to 15, and then put a damage on a mental line. So now we're at, wait, did I do this right? Yeah, we're at full life 15. So now self-confidence is a triple resource. We trigger the hero action here. Spend 3 resources of the same type, 3 physicals, to remove each momentum counter from Juggernaut. And then flip this card over to its exposed side. So now he's exposed, no longer has Stalwart and Overkill. All right, so he's exposed now. Then we're going to use our 60 Itness so we can exhaust this card, spend a physical resource, our strength here, so we can ready back up. Let's attack, which just removes our stun. All right, that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. And then we're going to draw back up to our hand size here 4 in our hero form. Ooh, split personality. All right, that's crazy. Juggernaut's turn, he's going to add 1 to the main scheme. He's going to attack because he doesn't have Overkill. Let me see. How does this thing work? When reviewed, attach Head of Steam. I don't know. Okay, so Juggernaut's going to attack with a base of 4. Hellcat's going to block because he doesn't have Overkill. The boost here is 1. Do 1 damage to an ally you control. The boost effect happens before the attack. So 1 damage to an ally you control. Let's give a damage to Hellcat. She's fine anyway. She still has 1 life left to take the damage of 1 plus 4. 5 damage. Knocks her out. All right. Then we are dealt a face down encounter card, which is going to be Titanium Sphere. It surges if Titanium's not in play, right? Yeah. We got an advance, so Juggernaut is going to scheme here. Oh man, that's going to flip his helmet, I think. Yeah. He schemed with a base of 2. He gets a boost card here of 1, so he schemes for 3. And then he's going to trigger his exposed helmet here. So after he schemes, place a momentum counter on Juggernaut, and we're going to flip this card back over. All right. So he now has Stalwart and Overkill again. And he has Retaliate 1 from the Head of Steam. All right. Let's see. What do we do here? I think we just split personality. No point healing factor anymore. How much damage can we get, actually? We can get a bunch of readies. Let's just go ahead and split personality first, I think. So we'll use 3 resources here to play split personality. Change your form. We're going to flip down to Alter Ego and drop to your hand size here of 6. So we're getting 6 cards. Okay. Ooh, we have superhuman strength here. So, okay, let's go ahead and Avengers Mansion, draw a card. I want the 1-2 punch. Do we have that? Let me see. Discard pile here. What? We still have 2 more 1-2 punches. So Nick should draw us into the 1-2 punch. So I think we just go for Nick then. Okay, let's do Helicarrier to reduce the cost of the next card that we play by 1. This would be 3 resources here. So I can play Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, choose one, pick the one I draw. 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. We got the 1-2 punch. Self-preservation is a triple here, which is pretty nice. All right. What are we going to do, guys? Okay, so we're going to use our 1 flip now. Flip over to hero form. It's going to do 2 damage to enemy. That will knock off Juggernaut's tough status card. He has Retaliate 1 because of the Head of Steam currently. Can we kill him here? If we do 10, yeah, I think we actually have the kill. Okay, so this is a triple resource because our life is at 15 here. So we use this to play a second superhuman strength. It's not max 1 per hero, so we can have 2 of them in play. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack currently. Actually, oh wait, I thought we had 10. So we maybe can't kill him, but we have hope as well. So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attack. So She-Hulk is going to swing for 7 on Juggernaut. That will bring him from 25 down to 18. And then we can use a resource right here, so we can play a 1-2 punch. Or wait, sorry. He's going to retaliate his back for 1, we draw down 14, and we still use that resource to play 1-2 punch. After you make a basic attack, using your attack, we ready She-Hulk back up. And with these attacks, since Juggernaut has Star with the official rulings from the newest rulings or whatever, She-Hulk, we do not trade the force response, and this will stay in play because we cannot stun him. Then we're just going to swing here for 7 again. That'll bring him from 18 down to 11. He's going to retaliate, hit his back for 1 again, drops him down to 13. Then we're going to use Stick to Itiveness, exhaust this card, spend a physical resource right here, so we can ready She-Hulk again once more. Then we're going to swing here for 7 again. That'll bring Juggernaut from 11 down to 4. He's going to retaliate, hit his back for 1. We drop down to 12. Then we're going to use our tic-tac-toe here, spend a physical resource to move a damage from a character to a physical line. When there's 3 or more damage in a line, we have to discard this card and deal all damage of it to an enemy. So 4 damage on Juggernaut will bring it from 4 down to 0. And we also have Nick Fury, which can do 2 more damage, and Hope Summers copies our attacks out of 7, so she's actually swinging for 7 more. But yeah, with the pool aspect cards here, I think they just have so much synergy with She-Hulk's kit, and it's really just one hero pack that really powers up She-Hulk like none other. Hopefully this convinces you guys to buy the Deadpool hero pack and play the pool aspect. It is self-contained, super duper fun, and you definitely will not regret it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.